That's me.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube art channel. I'm back in my studio. I know you haven't seen this in a while, so I decided it would be good to make this video here. Some days ago, I received a proposal to produce a new piece of work. And this new piece of work basically has to respond to one big question, which is what is expected from an artist nowadays? What can be expected? What is to be expected? What can we as artists provide that no one else can inside society? The main theme that we have to respond to, besides the question that I already said, is this is the practice, or this is the piece, this is me, this is art. This is me. And this is my art. This is the actual globalizing theme of the whole exhibition. It's a really interesting brief with a mix of different texts from different people and different opinions. I'm not going to read it, especially because it's in Portuguese, and for me to translate it would just take too long. So I'm just going to give you some of the ideas I took from the text that I think are adequate to my practice and that I could maybe translate into this new piece of work. This brief says that an artist is expected to transcend. We kind of have to go above reality and above what is known to everybody else and create something that anyone can relate to, even if it's in different ways. Because obviously, like I said so many times on this channel, not everyone is going to relate to the same thing the same way, and you have to respect that. I also took this sentence, which is the body of work is an extension of the artist. So anything that you do as an artist is an extension of yourself, which I truly believe in that. Even if you try to distance yourself from the kind of things you do, like I did at some point, and I think everyone does, you're not being really truthful to yourself, and you're not really producing something that people can relate to because it's not honest and genuine. There's also this quote that says that art goes above work and above necessity. I obviously also relate a lot to this. I don't think you can categorize art as work or a job or even a necessity. I just think it's something that is inside you. It's inseparable from you. And I say this to anyone, not just the artist. It's almost like an obligation. Like if you don't do it, you're not fulfilling your full needs or your full human experience. And then this other quote says, art grows above all from party and recess. I don't know if this is the right translation for it, like the absolute 100% right translation for it, but I do agree with this. And as you know, my work is all about recess and playing and having fun while you're doing things and not taking yourself too seriously or your art. With all of this being said, what I'm making has to be inside the measurements or on or using an A4 sheet, which is a bit hard because, as you know already as well, I do a lot of big things. I don't know if you could tell. It's definitely going to be a challenge for me to keep what I do inside the limitations of an A4 sheet or the A4 measurements. I have already started making this. This is a frame. It was a bit bigger than an A4, so I kind of cut it in pieces and sort of made it fit an A4. Here you have an A4 and here you have the frame, and if you can see, they're not quite the same size, but I mean, it's quite similar. Inside this frame, what I'm gonna do is try and do something that reflects who I am as an artist and what I do and why I do it. Wish me luck. I don't know what's gonna come out of this. I have some ideas. I have a vision of what I want to do, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be good. Because I work with found materials, I have already collected these things on a table so I can put them together in a composition that kind of looks like what I do in this frame. My process for making this piece was quite simple and heavily reliable on chance and randomness. What I did is I picked up all of these materials that I had on the table that I showed previously, and I tried to assemble them in some sort of composition that represented me in one way or another and what I do. And as you know, I work with many materials. Most of them are recycled, if not all of them, and I put them together to create different characters or different environments or different costumes. As you could see, I was wearing the frame a lot. I was trying to put it over my head and trying to figure out how I could use it on me. But obviously, because I can't do that for this sort of piece, I had to find out a way of showing that to an audience. I started to think about how I feel inside the costumes, what I see, and I wanted to bring that experience to the audience. This is why the main part of it, so the front part of it, is painted, nicely finished, well, amateurishly nicely finished, like anything I do. And the back part is not as finished, so people can actually get an idea of what I see when I'm inside a costume. Obviously, it's quite colorful, quite playful. I didn't think about color combinations or anything. I just did what I had to do and what I felt like I had to do. And I think that it turned out quite amazing. Let's see some of the photos that I took with it.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
So this is the final piece. I hope you like it. I hope you find it interesting. I haven't yet asked the gallery if I can hang it from the ceiling or put it on a plinth so people can walk around it and behind it and actually experience the whole thing for itself. But what I do know is that I really want it to be interactive and that people can take photos behind it, in front of it, in different angles, with their mouths covered, with their eyes covered. I just want it to be something fun and always different to look at. I think that's going to be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it online on your social media, subscribe, comment down below anything that you want to see on the channel or how you feel about the work. I hope you like the work. I hope you can relate to it in some way or another. And if you want to see it in real life and you're in Madeira, the exhibition runs from the 30th of November of 2020 through to the 20th of March 2021 at the Galeria.a, which is in the Cine-Teatro de Santo António. I'm gonna leave the address in the description below and somewhere here. I want to thank the gallery, in particular the responsible for the gallery, Paul Sergio Beju, for inviting me and for thinking about me for the exhibition. I really appreciate it. He's an artist as well. I really like his work. I think you'll like it too. So go give him a follow or look at his work. And without anything else to add, be happy, keep creating, and keep your hopes up because you never know when things might happen. Bye, guys.